So as you just heard in our last segment, the left is far from tolerant, and their message of acceptance has been historically, a perfect disguise for liberal intolerance. And that's exactly what my next guest in his new book exposes. It's called The Joy of Hate. He co-hosts The Five. Greg Gutfeld, how are you, brother?
Congratulations. It's good to be here. Thanks for having me.
I just go because I
just
need,
go. You want me to leave?
No. Go meaning the double standard, the hate that comes from the left. It drives me nuts.
I believe that artificial tolerance is at the root of all evil in this world because it provides cover for some of the most intolerant people alive. It allows them, because they're part of the greater good, as they believe, they can say anything they want to you. So, for example, in this election, if you happen to support anybody but President Obama, then according to the mantle of tolerance, it was okay for them to call you a racist or anything at all.
Oh, it's true.
And there's no way you can prove otherwise to them until you agree with them, which is the other funny thing about being part of what I call them the tolerati. The toleratic is somebody who claims to be tolerant until they meet a conservative or a libertarian. The tolerati is a group of the toleratics. They're like a murder of crows or hyenas or the Crips or perhaps Hollywood.
But the double standard is clear. I mean, from everything I think the president ran a dirty campaign, and it works. Every election season, they can scare Granny. They can say the most awful things, in this case about a good guy by Mitt Romney. They can play the race card, and they get away with it.
Well, it
works.
It's because they're operating from the assumption that the end justifies the means, that they're working for the greater good. So no matter what they do, they can be as evil as they want because at the end, they're a nicer person, which is hilarious. Anybody, for example, when you're in college and you were around left-wingers, they never paid for anything. It was always the quiet, unassuming Mitt types that ended up having to buy the toilet paper.
But you talk about the double standard. It exists all over the place. Christians, you can beat the living crap out of them. What did you say? But you can make fun of them. But God forbid you put out a cartoon about Muslims.
Exactly.
What's going to happen?
Exactly.
Why the double standard?
I think, because they're scared. I call it Islamophobia phobia, a fear of being accused of being Islamophobic.
Oh, you're going to have the chapter on my big, fat, gay Muslim bar is going to, I can't wait for
that was where
the headlines.
I was testing the tolerance of the folks that were building the mosque downtown by the World Trade Center, the ruins of the World Trade Center, by trying to build a gay Muslim bar there to see how they would feel. And they didn't like it. That was a big surprise.
Well, then you have the vagina demagogues and Flucht for life, or Flucht for life, depending on how you pronounce her name.
I have a problem with this war on women thing. I hate all whiners, male or female.
You said that at the beginning of the book.
Yes, exactly. I have a big problem with it. I don't think, it's not sexist to feel discomfort when people are demanding things that they can afford. And I think that's where we're at right now, where we're creating a culture of sensitivity where you cannot, say, grow up or get a job without hurting somebody's feelings or it being translated into bigotry or sexism when actually you're complimenting them.
But you're sort of like an iconoclast. You're saying, I'm going to say everything and then come after me.
Yeah.
And you don't care. I like that.
Yeah. Well, my wife cares.
Why?
She's the one that forces me to wear a disguise when I go out. But it's just fun to do. And I mean, I'm guilty of I think of hate too. I get it feels good to get angry, but
you don't hate.
No, I mean, I like the feeling of the adrenaline rush of being angry. I think we all do.
I'm not. I don't hate.
No, you're
anybody.
a happy guy. You're a happy guy.
Yeah, I'm not. I don't. Let me tell you one thing about elections. Everything you want to say about the government, and I think we're headed for trouble, bad trouble. But, everyone out there, they get to define how to raise their kids.
Yeah.
It's up to you. You control your life more than the government does.
Yeah.
I love the book.
Thanks,
Congratulations.
buddy.
Love the Five. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Too. There it is, The Joy of Hate.